So as a mom, like how has that impacted your fitness? Because most of my clients are women. I trained a lot of moms over the years, and they'd be like, well, I'm a mom, you don't understand. And that might be why they fall off. That might be why they come for a month and then I don't see them again for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people use that mom excuse to fall off. And of course, it's challenging as being a mom. We know that. I grew up with a single mom. I understand the challenges, never neglecting that. But how has that affected your fitness positively, negatively, and what have you done to stay on track with that?
I don't necessarily think being a mom should affect your fitness or your workouts or whatever, because with all the resources we have out today, you can literally put something on YouTube. You could Google something on you. You could Google glute workout or leg workout at home, and that shit'll pop up on YouTube. Yeah. You could do a 30-minute something in your living room, body weight, even if you don't have any equipment.
Yep.
And your kids could be on a computer upstairs or in a room or whatever on the fucking couch next to you,
yep,
or doing it with you side by side. And so I don't really think that it should stop you. Now, you may not always be able to make it to a gym depending on different schedules or whatever, but I make it happen. And I don't have a oh, you're with your dad this weekend or your dad gets you Thursday night. I don't have that at all. It's me.
Wow.
And my kids are in sports.
Respect.
And there be people who live with the dad.
Yeah. I make it happen.
Married to the dad and they still
making excuses.
Yeah. I think, go ahead, hit the thing. First time moms are really scared to like have their kid in a gym daycare. But if you really want to work out, you'll do it. Find a gym you like that you feel is safe and secure. Put that little nigga in the gym daycare and work out. My kids grew up in the gym daycare.
No, I've seen them all the time.
I've seen your kids grow up in the gym.
They grew up in the gym daycare. And even, I had spent some time personal training out of my home. Mm-hmm. They would be downstairs in my workouts. They'd be working out. And like my kids are little animals. Like they're both really fit. My son is bigger than some smaller men at goals.
Yeah, your son's a dog.
And so like it's when they see it, they absorb it and it gets in them. And that's a positive thing. But I definitely think you just got to prioritize your time. If you can spend time getting your nails done and your hair done and watching your fucking what is that shit on
Hollywood,
Atlanta?
Real Wives of
Hollywood and all this bullshit that be on TV. You could spend an hour in the gym and do what you need to do. But so like, I've never let it stop me, but that's just me.
And one thing I want to point out too is that a lot of, like, if you go around the gym, we know a lot of people in the gym. Think about most of the women that we know in the gym that have been there for years. Most of them are moms. Mm-hmm. Most of them have kids. And so, you're using that excuse, but the gym is filled with moms. It's a whole bunch of moms and dads too. I feel like most of the adults in there got kids for the most part.
Absolutely.
I'm saying, like me and Tone, we anomalies in there.
I don't know that everybody got
a lot of people got. I think majority of the people.
A lot of folks in there have kids.
A lot of folks got kids.
A lot of folks in there have kids for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And there was one thing else I wanted to say.
It don't stop me though.
I can't remember. Yeah,
it fuels me because like I be needing a break from these niggas. So I don't know if y'all may know that I have a child care in my house and I was a teacher, a sexy teach.
Sure.
So I'm around kids all day long. Mm-hmm. And so like the gym is just like a moment for me to not be around the motherfucking kids and put my music on and lift some heavy shit and just kind of like.
It's like therapy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I bring up that whole thing about the gym being about therapy, people be getting mad. Like, no, it's not. I'm sore after the gym. I don't feel good after the gym. But, the reality is you got to give it a certain amount of time. You got to give it a certain amount of time to get that transformation for it to feel like therapy. Like you got to release them endorphins on a regular for it to feel like therapy. So I'm glad you said that.
I feel so much better after the gym.
Absolutely.
Like, of course you're sore, but like my mental and my mood is 30 times better after I have a good gym session.
Yeah.
I just feel different. It feels good. So, and when I miss the gym for a long period of time, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, I need a good gym session.
And that's because your body's been so accustomed to, rigorous exercise and you making a transformation, you seeing the results in your body, you pushing yourself beyond a certain limit, and then you enjoying the fruits of your labor. So when you're away from that environment, you're away from what you're used to and what your body is accustomed to, you start to feel guilty. And as a result, your body will tell you, and this is for folks who've been in the gym long enough to experience this, if you're not in the gym for a certain amount of days, your body will let you know. It's like, oh, hey, like, yo, what's really good? What we doing here? You know, me personally, if I'm away from the gym more than 2 days, it's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? By the third day, it's just like, all right, bro, like what's good? What's really good? We need to start moving some weights. We need to stretch. We need to do something. And that's because, you know, I've been in the fitness environment so long, and you guys can attest to this, that it's just like it's embedded in us. It's ingrained in us. So it's just like your body will let you know. It's just like, all right, bro, like it's time to get back to business. So the most I'll take away from the gym as far as like recovery would be max 3 days, but, you know, 2 days minimum, then it's back to work.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that too, because I was on my way here. I was texting one of my clients. She's been with me for 21 days.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. She talking about, yeah, I don't see nothing yet.
Oh man.
She's like, hey, coach, can I do a quick fix? Can I do a 48-hour? You know, I probably can I not eat till Sunday? I said, what? I said, hold up. There you go. I said, what?
What?
She's talking, yeah, I need to starve myself till Sunday. But
That's crazy.
you know, the fact that you said, you know, it takes years to build up to where it's like, all right, I don't even feel right when I'm not going to the gym.
Facts.
You know, it takes some time. And you know, anybody watching anybody watching that's you know, that's new to fitness, just put that time in. You know, focus on, can I get to the gym 3 days a week? Can I get to the gym 4 days a week? And do that for 5 months straight. You know, then you'll get what Toon and me and Kelly are talking about. But if you just hopping in and you don't have that feeling yet, you probably ain't been in the gym long enough. So,
and to piggyback off what Chris is saying, right? A lot of folks out here they're looking for the instant gratification, you know, and that's based off what they're seeing, whether it be social media, you know, what they're seeing around them, whatever the case is, right? Folks want the overnight success, the overnight results, and they get discouraged when they start a new training journey. They're with a trainer for 14 days, 21 days, like your new client, and they think they're going to have a 6-pack, be shredded, and, you know, be able to hit the beach with the 2-piece bikini. Stop the cap. It don't work like that, man. You got to pay your dues. You got to pay your dues. You got to put in the work.
You know why they think that's going to happen that quick?
Talk to me.
Because they keep using these big back apps. Stop the cap. Y'all know what a big back app is?
Name one.
DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats. Listen, the hookah come out quick nowadays. They used to all this shit getting it instantly, right?
Damn.
You know, you could get bottles delivered to your house. You get the Casamigos delivered to your house. So a lot of people are used to having that fat shit quick, so they think they can get the fit shit quick. That's a bar.
And people, and you know, overall, just speaking, people are lazy, man. People don't want to put in the work.
Oh man.
They think it's just easy. It's not easy, you know, and that's why they quit, because they never push themselves beyond a certain point. And when they do, or when they feel like, you know, they're facing a roadblock or adversity or an obstacle, you know, they just give up. You know what I'm saying? And the gym will help you with that, but you have to be able to push yourself beyond a certain limit to even realize that the gym will help you to overcome and achieve, you know, a lot of adversities in your life.
And it's not even just the big back apps. It's like, you know, women especially. I know dudes do this too, but women are big on this. Like, a dude piss y'all off, y'all be quick to go to the next dude. Men do that too.
Man, what's that got to do with your back?
The point I'm
I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm about to tell you. The point I'm trying to make is like, people just used to like instant, like not sticking with something, not working through shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, so she ain't fucking with that. But it's all good. I'm being real, bro. We got dating apps. We got DMs. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let's talk about it. Let's debate.
That there's a lot of like quick fixes thrown in women's faces. So
absolutely.
You've already talked about all this stuff on your show, but
we need you to talk about it too.
Talk that shit, Kels.
The waist trainers, the slim tummy tea shit, like fucking all these little trendy diets and shit and all that, like that, none of that is like relevant. Like
the booty bands,
you gotta be consistent with just whatever you're doing. Like you gotta be consistent, and it needs to be over time, period. Like you really don't have to do nothing fantastic. Like you just use common sense and be like, okay, I'm not going to drink for a while. I'm not going to eat fast food.
Oh, they're not trying to hear that.
I'm not going to eat fast food for a while. And I'm going to work out consistently. Like you could work out 30 minutes a day. You could walk 30 minutes a day.
Easy shit.
Curb your diet.
They don't got time for that though.
Curb your diet.
It says too
and
hard.
you can see results. And that's like very minor little results.
Correct.
But you'll see results if you're consistent. But like you said, people don't want to put in the work. They don't want to wait. They want this instant gratification, and it doesn't work like that. So
You got any BBL allegations?
I have maybe like on a cruise, some bitch asked me was my butt real, but I don't think my body looks crazy enough to be looking like a BBL. But
Now your shit is like proportionate.
I think it looks, my stomach is not super tiny small because I don't eat super strict. I still kind of enjoy
Yourself.
Yeah.
what I want. If I was like had a super specific goal, then I would curb my shit a little more, but I'm not. Like, I'm at a point where I'm enjoying life.
As you should.
I get niggas like, and then no one's complaining.
Hey, I feel
No
that.
one's complaining about, oh, your stomach's not 26 inches. Like, no one's complaining. So like, I'm cool with how I look, and I work out hard.
I'm glad you said that. I'm not to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that though, because it's like, yo, like girls be so quick to do these quick fixes and get surgery, but it's like, you got dudes in your DM already. What's the rush? Like, it's not like the dudes are not fucking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't hard for y'all to pull dudes.
I've had several dudes tell me like, ain't nobody looking. Nobody care about your little stomach. I've had several dudes tell me like, don't nobody care about that shit.
Well, the issue is,
What's the issue, man?
Stop the cap.
The issue is, we got dudes saying that to the wrong stomachs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, my stomach ain't huge, but it's not. There's times when I have a dress on that's like clingy material, and I'm like, ooh, I don't like how my stomach looks. There are times where I have had that.
Sure.
So they'll be like, okay, bitch, you gotta tighten up a little bit. You need to stop drinking for a little bit. Stop eating all this bread and shit. I have moments like that.
Yeah.
But I don't ever feel like I look super fucked up. So like, I just
For sure.
I got a question for Kelly. So, we've all been in this space for several years, and then some. What's your why? Now, I want to know what your why is for like whenever you fall off, because we all have those moments or those periods where we fall into a slump, right? We may go on a eating tangent, you know what I'm saying, where we're just doing whatever, and we may not look the best, but we have to put in our minds, it's like, all right, cool, like I've had my fun, now is back to go time. So my question for you is just like, what motivates you to keep going whenever you fall off and you realize like, I'm not looking, I'm not at my best. I'm not in my tip top shape. I don't feel like Kels. I don't feel like Sexy Teach. My question for you is just like, what's that motivating factor that pushes you to get back to where you're supposed to be, if that makes sense?
That's probably it'll look like I'll take a picture and some shit and I'm like, ooh.
That's a fact.
I'm like nervous.
Big back
like I can't post that shit. My stomach big. My stomach look big as hell.
Bars.
I can't post it, or if I don't look a certain way. I've never had like people may look at me, maybe not right now, but maybe like a year ago, and be like, she's super fit in shape. And I'd be like, no, I actually get tired walking up steps and shit because like I don't do the cardio piece. I just lift,
You used to be doing sprints back in the day.
I remember. Like,
now I'm 40, and that shit hurts.
What that mean, girl? Shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it. She's 40, y'all. I forgot. Shout out to her.
Oh shit,
Shout out to her. She's 40 and fabulous. Go
40
ahead.
where?
It used to be fun, like racing my son and wrestling. He wrestles.
Sure.
And it used to be fun. I could wrestle that nigga, toss that nigga around, and
Not no more.
But now it's like, oh, that shit hurt. Like I could pull something and it's don't feel the same, so I don't do it. But I just if I don't feel like I look a certain way or whatever, I will like, okay, chill out. You've been drinking enough. You've been having enough fun eating whatever the fuck you want to do. You need to
big back activities.
Get some consistency because you're slipping.
You're sliding.
You're starting to slip, and you don't want to look like the rest of these bitches right here.
I like that.
So get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? So, but it don't really take that long. Like but 2 weeks of eating clean.
2 weeks
is 2 weeks
facts.
of eating clean and like being on some cardio shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, because I've built the foundation over the years.
Whereas though your body recognizes a certain.
It's there.
But it's grown women weight.
I love it. Nobody's complaining.
I ain't
and
complaining.
the niggas that complain, I don't want them. They're not for me. So it's just like I don't want it. So like I don't have like I got cellulite in my hamstrings, and like I'm not super toned and tight, but like I'm also not 25. And I have 2 kids, so I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care.
That's another thing though. Like a lot of people especially when they see my videos, they say I mean all that shit. They think I'm trying to preach like be bikini model ready, bikini show ready. Like I don't walk around with a 6-pack all year. Like my belly deli sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like that's not what I'm preaching. You know, we're just preaching, you know, build it, like she said, building that foundation, being in shape. You know, if you're in an emergency where you have to sprint or go up some steps, go down some steps, save someone, save one of your kids, you'll be prepared for it. So yeah, man. Go ahead, bro.
And where do you feel like, you know, within your own Kelly, you know, or even Chris, where do you guys feel within your own personal fitness journey? Where do you guys feel like you can improve? You know, like I said, we've already been in this space for quite some time. What areas do you feel like, you know, you can improve on to reach a new level or a new stage within your own personal fitness journey, whether that be stretching more or, you know, progressive overload, you know, just you can kind of walk us through what you feel like you can do or what you feel like what area you've been slacking in that, you know, can help you, you know, get to new heights.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, somebody chime in. Don't matter.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So for me, stretching is key. You know, I try to stretch every day.
Facts.
Some days it's 5 minutes, some days it's 20 minutes, but recovery, consistent recovery, and I need to do full recovery days. I struggle with that. You know, I'll go to the gym and be like, all right, I'm gonna do all stretching today, just cardio. Nah, I be on the weights.
Lift.
Like, bro, the other day I was like, I'm doing all stretching, bro.
My body.
I'm rolling 275 pre-workout. Meek Mill album came out. I'm screaming Meek Mill lyrics out loud. So I got to work on that. And then, you know, I have high intensity days or a high intensity week where I'm feeling great. And then a low intensity week where I don't feel like doing shit. And I got to do a better job of just like, you know, some days I need high intensity, some days I need low intensity, but not a full week of low intensity because then I feel like I'm bullshitting myself. So
I got you.
Yep.
Kels, what you got?
Similar to that, I would say that since I'm getting up in age and I like to lift really heavy, stretching is crucial for me.
It's imperative.
I get really tight and stiff because I lift heavy, and definitely need to do better with that. And then I would say my nutrition. So I was like right before my birthday, I was doing real good with my nutrition. I was on a little meal plan.
Yeah, you was posting.
A nutritionist gave me a meal plan and I was following it. But then like,
and you make the meals and your shit.
I know.
So it's like
I be tired of eating that shit because I cook it all the time.
Facts.
And so you know, but my nutrition, if I'm like having an off day or a couple off days, I won't eat good. I'll either eat real bad or I won't eat at all. And I know I can't do that. And so I think the nutrition for me is key. And I'll drink.
Can you speak on that real quick? Because the girl I was talking about, I was just texting.
Yeah.
She was talking about not eating at all. So
Yeah,
can you tell ladies why that's
like,
not good and what that can do to their gains?
Like on my optimal day, I eat 5 meals a day. 5 whole meals.
Wow.
Yeah. Not a protein shake, not of this, not of that.
But if they feel full, that means they're fat.
5 whole meals. No, but if it's clean food, it's less calories. So
absolutely,
like, you can eat 2 fucking Big Mac meals a day and be okay. But if it's clean food, like I'll eat a clean meal and be hungry as fuck.
Facts.
Because I work out so hard and my metabolism is high.
Facts.
So like I said, if I'm like down and depressed or had like a day or two of like just some bad shit happening, I either won't eat or I just eat some real bad shit. Mm-hmm. So like for me, I think it's nutrition, the nutrition piece. And then like you said, being stretching more. And, you know, I got to really take the time to do that better.
And I want to credit you for like you post your kids' meals too.
Yeah.
And you be having them eating clean.
They eat bad though. I don't want to make it look like a facade. But we eat McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, we eat all that shit.
I love the transparency, but the point I'm trying to make is
McDonald's is crazy.
It's a lot of big back parents out here
you know better.
Who only feed big back food to their kids and don't have them in any sports activities. Your kids are active. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, kids can have.
I mix it up. Well, my son, since he's getting older and he's about to start high school and sports is gonna be a little more important. He eats steak and rice and vegetables.
I'll be saying that.
Like he do that shit. You know, and I make sure he drink a little muscle milk after his practice or after his workout. Yep. So like I make sure of that. But he eat like kid shit too. Yeah. So it's not like
and shouts out to you because I've been knowing you for some years now, and I've seen, you know, you bringing your kids inside the gym, you keeping your kids active, and ultimately they're a reflection of you.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So given that fact of you having them in the gym or in that, you know, athletic environment over a period of time, that's going to be embedded within them, you know, as a youngin. So when they get older, it's like, this is what they already know. That's what they're accustomed to. My mom did it. You know, I was always in the gym, and that should be the example that, you know, mothers, whether single, married, whatever the case may be, that should be the example that you're setting for the kids, because all too often, and it's sad, like I'll go into, and this is, you know, this is besides the fact, but it's still kind of on topic. I'll go into like your Giant or your Shoppers, right? And I'll see a mom, and the first thing, you know, and being in this environment, you start to look at certain things. It's like, you don't want to judge, but subconsciously you start to judge, right? And when I'm in the supermarket, I'm looking at people's carts, right? Like I'm looking at like what they got in their cart. And I can tell based on what you have in your cart, I don't even have to look at the person. Yeah. I don't even have to look at the individual. I can look at your cart and I can make an inference about what that person looks like. So I look at the cart first, I look up and I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense. You know, all the garbage, cookies, cakes, sodas, root beer, all the types of meats. And it's saddening because, you know, you'll see a mom or you'll see a couple, young couple, you know, super young, and they'll have a little kid with them. And it's just like, in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm like, fuck, man, this kid doesn't even stand a chance. Yep. And the kid doesn't even know they stand a chance because the kid is only going to eat what you feed them. So if you're unhealthy and your cart is stacked to the top, you got chips, you got all this high sodium food, high calorie food, sodas, fucking Hawaiian punch, you name it, you know, all the bad shit you could possibly put in your cart. And it's just like, you got the little kid, the kid is obese. You know what I'm saying? The kid, it'd be sad. And I just I wanted to say something, but I'm just like, you know, it's not my place. Right. It is, but at the same time, I'm just like, you know, I'm not going to do that.
And the lack of education in our community too. Like people don't know that, all right, that root beer is high in sugar, that Hawaiian punch is high in sugar. They got the greasy ass bacon in there. You know what I'm saying? They got all types of bullshit in the cart and they don't know it's bullshit. And them same people will sit there and blame genetics or say it's because they're a black woman or say it's because their father had diabetes or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like crazy shit like that. So I mean,
and then, like me coming from a teacher background, I've seen it. I've seen kids big as hell. And it's like,
it's sad.
And kids are mean. Kids are bullies.
Kids are
talk about you. They're gonna call you fat. I had a girl in my daycare that was 3, and she was like super heavy. And like I'd be picking kids up to do the monkey bars. She's like, Miss Kelly, pick me up. It's my turn. I'm like, oh shit, like, and I lift heavy, but like, no, seriously, she was way overweight for her age for a
That's
3
crazy.
For a 3-year-old, and it's like she was way more than my daughter, and I was like 7.
Wow.
Okay.
Whoa.
And
that's
so
like obese.
It's just like, you subjecting your child to all this negative shit at school because kids don't give a fuck. They're gonna say whatever they want to say.
Kids are brutal.
They don't care.
Kids are brutal.
So, but yeah, it's definitely tough and it's challenging. And you know, as Black people, we have high rates of high blood pressure and diabetes. So like, you definitely got to teach that stuff. But you know, like I said, I definitely feed my kids healthy things, but I also allow them to be kids and enjoy bullshit sometimes. Sure. I do, because that's how I am. I eat clean sometimes, but then there's times where I bullshit. I'm gonna eat this pizza. I'm gonna eat this Five Guys. I'm gonna eat these fucking wings. I'm gonna do
have Five Guys
cheese steak, all that shit. But there's times where I'm eating some
big back
activity.
It's like, nah. If you're not trying to unbig that back, don't watch the podcast. If you ain't trying to get rid of that belly, don't watch the podcast.